Today on Community Cooking, we have guest chef Ann Apra in the kitchen, whipping up a delicious farmers market friendly menu. We're making a fresh corn chowder served with a savory and sweet grilled cheese sandwich. It's going to be a real treat. We are cooking with some of the best chefs from right here in our own community. So grab a seat, relax, we've got another great show for you. This is your Community Cooking. Hello and welcome to Community Cooking. I'm your host, Kirk Leins, and in our kitchen today, we have Chef Ann Apra. Hi, Ann.
Hi, Kirk. How nice to see you again.
It's been a while.
I know.
What do you think of the new digs?
I love it.
Right?
The new set is vibrant, beautiful.
We got an
love
upgrade.
Everything's close. Bravo.
Right on. Now, you are a chef or a personal chef and caterer.
Yes, I am.
Talk to me a little bit about that. Like, what kind
Sure.
of events are you basically dealing with?
Well, I do a lot of fundraiser events.
Okay.
I also teach senior citizens cooking classes, which is a real
fun.
passion of mine.
Yeah, that's great.
We do private receptions. We do weddings. We do intimate dinners for 2 guests or more or less.
Wow, full
Whatever
service.
you need, and they're all custom designed around just what the client wants.
Well, you have brought us a very farmers market friendly menu today.
Definitely.
If you can't tell by the array of colors here in front of us, yeah, they must have loved you at the farmers market this week,
yes.
past week.
Exactly.
Well, this is going to be a corn chowder,
Yes.
if you will. I tell you, why don't you run us through the ingredients of what it's going to take to make this?
Absolutely. And of course, whatever is in season at the farmer's market, you can mix and match it, which
We like
I
that.
love about a good soup.
We like mixing and matching.
Exactly. So of course we have our stars, the corn chowder. You can use on the cob and cut it off, or you can use frozen if you have that bag wandering in your freezer.
Depending on the season, too.
Yes.
Corn's one of those things not so great during certain times of the year.
Yes,
Right.
it's more sweeter in the summer. So, but don't let that stop you from making this recipe. We've got some sweet onions here already chopped. We have Farmers Market fresh zucchini.
Beautiful.
We have some serrano chilies. We have a little bit of garlic. We've got some lime for a little zest at the end. And we have tricolor peppers. And in addition to that, we've got a mushroom stock.
A mushroom stock. I love
Yes,
that.
yes.
I love that. You don't hear mushroom stock all that often.
No,
but it's delicious.
It's really good, and you could make it in your home with, when the mushrooms are starting to turn and you've got the old onion.
Perfect.
Don't waste. Use it. Use everything.
But I would imagine that you can play with that.
Absolutely. If this is for a vegan menu, if, say, you wanted to add chicken stock, it adds a lot more richness and flavor.
Or just vegetable stock.
Right, and this is cream, but you can also use coconut milk.
Beautiful.
Or a non-dairy, something for the vegan or vegetarian meals. And that
Gotcha.
really pairs well with the serranos and the lime, because that kind of lends itself to like a little Thai cuisine.
And then we've got this array of fresh herbs here, my bouquet.
Farmers Market fresh.
That's right, and we're going to use that to garnish, I would imagine.
That's right. We got some basil, some fresh chives, some cilantro, and some Italian flat leaf parsley.
Excellent. Where do we start?
Okay, we are going to start by sweating down our onions first, and that's going to take just a little bit of time. So I'm adding just a little bit of a vegetable oil.
The crew placed knives here for me, so I have a feeling you're going to put me to work with
I
something.
am so going to put you to work.
I knew
Well,
it.
I'm sweating with the oldies here. Would you please go ahead and cut the serrano? Let's start with one.
Okay, and you want that seeded?
I do, and also to smash some garlic up for me so I can sweat that down.
And
with,
all 3 cloves of garlic?
Let's just start with 2.
2.
I always like to add more a little later because, it's just the 2 of us, Kurt.
It's just 1 clove each. That's right. That's right.
All right, this just takes a few minutes to sweat down.
No worries. It's going to take me a few minutes to get to this.
I love how you're doing. That's exactly like my no-no taught me.
Right?
You smash the garlic, and then you just mince it up a little.
Smashy, smashy.
Great flavor.
Yeah, we're just sort of opening it up here. And then you're not leaving all that flavor on the cutting board either.
No, exactly.
You can go through it again like this if you wanted to, but the more you do that, the more the flavor you're actually leaving on the cutting board.
That's very, very true. All right,
So,
that's gorgeous. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and add it with that.
And I will get to seeding this chili.
Beautiful. Oh, it's already starting to smell so good. I love using the sweet onions or a Maui onion.
I do too. So,
It just adds such a nice flavor.
I got to tell you, I think it's pretty much all I buy now.
Ah,
You know, I really, really love them. And now with these, you're having me seed these, but
Yes.
if you wanted this to be hot and spicy,
Absolutely.
you could absolutely do it that way.
You
and
can.
just keep the seeds in.
Maybe we can do 1/2 with seeds and 1/2 without. Let's play
Would
with
you like
it.
to do that?
Let's do that. And
Sure thing.
Then we'll taste it, and then we know we can add a little more heat afterwards. You can always add, you can't take away, right?
And I just have to remember to not touch my eyes at this point.
Yes. Oh, yes. I've made that mistake. many
Or
times.
you might be driving this bus all the way home. In terms of the show.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
I think you got this. I think you might be able to host this show. I better be careful there.
No, you are the best. I learned from the best.
Oh, come on now.
All right.
You're
So
making me blush.
I chopped up some, I julienned, and then I cubed my bell pepper.
Okay.
Beautiful colors already. 'Cause we want those to cook down too. Those take a little bit longer because the skins are tougher. And these are fantastic in the summer too. And if you have a sensitivity to peppers, leave them out.
Right.
Add some eggplant.
Right.
Add some, gosh, what else did you add? You name it, right?
Yeah,
Go to the
carrots.
farmer's market and get inspired.
Carrot or any root vegetables would be nice.
Ooh,
Parsnips.
yes.
Other squash.
Potato. Sometimes I'll add potato to add a richness to it.
Green beans.
Yummers.
All good. Yeah.
All good. Nothing but good. Okay, while I'm sweating this down, I wonder if you could do me a little favor.
I would love to.
And we're going to be zesting this lime.
Okay.
So maybe I could get you just to zest a little bit
Sure.
of it and put it back in. Maybe we'll just use this little bowl here. And then
got
we're
it.
going to slice one, let's just say a nice wedge so we can finish our soup with it.
Understood. A little bit of acid at the end to kind of bring
Yeah.
out all the flavor.
Sure.
You know, this is a great way to bring vegetables into the diets of children. Because you know what? Kids like soup. And you'd be surprised what you can get them to eat in soup form.
So true.
And you know, the thing is that we're not cooking the heck out of these vegetables and killing them and
Yes.
you know, wrecking the texture on them. I would imagine there's going to still be a little bit of tooth to them.
Absolutely.
Right?
As a
And-
matter of fact, it's very toothy.
I like that.
I do too, and I don't like to cook it down too much.
You know, I see people make like vegetable soup or even stews where they have vegetables and it's like, let this go for an hour or two. And it's like an hour or two.
Yeah, no.
It's going to be mush. Oh, this lime smells great.
Oh, yeah. Farmers Market fresh.
What I'll do a lot of times, certain things, like your peppers are fine. They can cook. They've got that skin on.
Yes.
Let's say like a carrot. That might be something I might let this like sort of simmer and then
Yes.
put them in
Yes.
sort of like with 10 minutes to go.
Exactly. You kind of gauge your ingredients, depending on what season and what you have in the pantry,
Right.
as to how much their cooking time comes. Obviously, the tougher the skin, the longer it's going to
So
take.
the thing that I like about the recipe here is that it's really one of those what I call method recipes.
Yes.
So if you're paying attention and you're watching Ann do her thing here, you can do a lot of different substitutions. You can substitute the stock. You can substitute the dairy for non-dairy. You can substitute vegetables and still come up with a soup that works for you. You know, don't you think? I mean, it's really
Absolutely.
not something that you have to stick to what you've got here.
Absolutely. And also, again, what's in season and what you have left over in your pantry.
That too.
Don't let food go to waste.
No.
Use it. Oh,
Here, I'll
thank
get that
you.
away. Yes,
Thank you
yes.
very much. All right, so I've added all of the ingredients in there. I added just a pinch of salt and pepper as we go because we can always add more after it simmers and blends a little bit. So I'm just going to leave this on the stove and let it come to a boil.
How long does that simmer for?
It's going to simmer for about maybe 8 to 10 minutes, depending on how big your pot is, how hot your heat is.
Right, you don't want it to go
On
for
a
too
medium.
long. And that
No.
people think of soup as being something that takes a long time to cook.
Yes.
You watched it. This is not taking a long
No.
time. It is, however, a great time to take a break.
Oh, perfect.
We'll get you all cleaned up here. We'll come back. We'll finish up that soup, and we're going to make these delicious grilled cheese sandwiches.
I can't wait.
Sound good?
I love it.
All right, don't go away. We will be right back. Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Welcome back to Community Cooking. I'm in the kitchen today with personal chef and caterer Ann Apra.
Yay.
And we have got a delicious Farmers Market corn chowder with a bunch of Farmers Market vegetables.
Absolutely.
On the stove over here in that pot, and that's just sort of simmering away. And we're about ready to get our grilled cheese started. And I see you've got some onions, some of that Maui onion that you're slicing really thin.
Yes, I'll tell you what we're going to do inside of our grilled cheese sandwich. It's savory and sweet. So today we're going to use some green apples for the sweet element,
Okay.
which I'm going to caramelize with a little bit of butter.
Would you like me to?
Would you? That would be wonderful.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, I know you're very good with a knife. In addition to the apples, I'm going to caramelize these wonderful Maui onions, which are nice and sweet. And I just used a little bit of butter. But again, if there's vegans and you don't want to use animal fat, you are certainly welcome to use, there's other brands out there. It's a non-dairy. You can use olive oil.
You can use
can
olive
use
oil.
vegetable
Yeah,
oil.
why not, right?
You don't need to use it, but I always like to use a little bit of butter, which, by the way, I have it already softened in here for then the inevitable spreading of our whole grain bread.
Is there anything like worse than like spreading butter, hard butter on bread and just like tearing it up?
It's so true. In fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of the tricks I learned is that you take your toast or whatever, or rather the bread that you're going to use, and you toast it just a little bit. Like these are just barely toasted, but it's going to make the bread, the butter application so much easier.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never done it that way, but sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I sliced about that much. Does that work for you? And
That's great.
Is
That's
that
perfect.
good?
Yeah, remember, it's just the two of us.
I kind of figured thin
Thin to win.
Thin to win.
Thin
All
to
right.
win. So we're going to add more of the sweet element to it, to the apples, by also caramelizing them again.
Yum! I like that idea.
I know, right? Butter, butter, butter. So you don't
I think
have
that's
to
great.
do this step, but it's awfully fun. And I'm using one of these wonderful grill pans, so I figured let's just get some nice marks and color on
you
them.
could almost make a case for doing what you're doing, or just leaving it raw. You know,
Absolutely.
you got sort of that fresh crunch, or you can just get that. It's
Yeah.
going to intensify the apple flavor.
Yeah, it's like your texture, a texture of choice. Some people
Right.
are weird about certain kinds of textures, so we can make one with and one without.
Just go for it. Are you kidding me?
All right, let's do
I'm
it.
living dangerously today.
I love it. Let's taste that.
The apple's great.
Farmers
Nice
Market
and
fresh.
Right.
All right. In addition to this, while I'm dealing with our onions, I wonder if you would kindly introduce our beautiful star of the event, California fresh avocado from the Farmers Market.
Avocado. This is everyone. Everyone. This is. You asked me to introduce
And I'm
it.
delicious.
Right on. Okay. You want me to just like slices?
Yes, let's go ahead and slice it. We'll cut it down the center. I know you know that fun little trick about.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know it. So we'll do that, and then we can slice it similar to how the onions and apples are. So we'll have slices. We want things that are about the same thickness.
Okay.
Now, depending on how, that one's got a little bit
Little
of brown.
bruised. You want to try the other one?
Let's try the other one.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind it.
You know,
if you
and
don't.
actually, I don't mind either. And you know, if you were going to have a bruised avocado, this
Yeah.
would sort of be the place to
Right?
use it.
Okay, then let's just use it. Let's not waste food.
I like that
Let's
idea.
do
That is responsible
Yes.
TV cooking.
No, truly, I
In a day
really
and age
loathe
where there's
wasting
not a
food.
lot of responsible TV. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's
But
true,
I
though.
think you can kind of hide it in the sandwich.
You absolutely can. That's a great point right there. Let's not
And
be
it's
wasteful.
not like it's gone. It's just a little bruised on the inside.
Exactly.
No biggie.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, I'm going to start buttering our 4 slices of bread. I made a couple extra pieces of toast just in case.
So we'll take off this bruised spot, though.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's responsible of you as well.
Still being responsible, right?
That's right. And you know, avocados, they're sometimes hit or miss. And a good way to check an avocado, of course, is to feel it at its pit. If it gives a lot, you know, you might have some bruising in there. But
Right.
just gently but firmly touch it. And this one feels like it's pretty good too. So I think that we made a good choice, a responsible choice.
Right.
All
Use
right.
that one for another application.
There you go. All right, so I'm just going to marry the apples with these guys here. And I'm going to let this pan get nice and hot, because this is where we're going to start our grilled cheese goodness.
Okay.
And I might add a little more butter. I know things are better with butter.
Yeah,
They just are.
you're talking to the right person here. I have no problem with butter. And crust to crust is a must?
Well, you know what?
Or do you not just kind of center it up, or what is your method
I am
here?
going to cut the, because I want it to be
You're gonna
presentation.
cut the crust off.
I'm going to cut the crust off.
So you don't need to go crust to crust.
That's right,
okay.
exactly. So if you would
'Cause
follow suit,
that would just be a waste of butter.
and I would cry.
And now we're back at not being responsible again.
We want to be responsible. All right, so pan in, cheese on, and maybe we'll do a couple because we want it really oogy. And you can use any kind of cheese you like. This just happens to be a nice cheddar. You can use a white cheddar.
Sure.
You can use brie if you want to get fancy.
You can also change up the innards. I mean, you
Absolutely.
know.
Savory and sweet. It could just be savory.
You know, one of my favorite things to add to a grilled cheese when I want to go that sweet route is the persimmon.
Oh my.
You know, it's here's the deal. It's like people like I have a couple of friends who have persimmon trees.
Oh, that's how you want to do it.
And it's one of those
about
fruits
fresh.
that are somewhat hard to use because there's no real distinct flavor to a persimmon.
Yeah.
It's just sort of sweet. So like the applications, like I'll do like maybe put them in a salad or maybe put them on a cheese board with some cheese, but also in a grilled cheese.
Oh my God, bring them on.
And when they're a little bit crunchy and it
yes,
perfect.
that
It's
might
perfect.
work really nice if you wanted to do
Yeah.
like we did with the apples and just give it a little bit of a grill.
Just mix it up a little bit.
I like your idea. You can also use jam. Say if you wanted the sweet, like a fig jam or whatever seasonal.
Oh, Oh, I like that idea too.
Preserved lemon. All right, so I'm going to turn this down because
And I'm
it's
gonna
going nice and
hand
hot.
you the avo.
Gorgeous. So we'll just put a few of these on each, and then we're going to top it up with your nice buttered bread. Get on there, you. Ooh, nice and hot. Let's hope this isn't singeing
And
too
you want to
much.
go another slice of cheese on? Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. We got to have, this will hold it together.
I need that.
Like the glue.
Right.
All
I need
right.
that.
And I like it to kind of match. So there we go. This looks like it is nice and hot. In fact, maybe too hot. So let's pray it's not too burned.
No, we're good.
All right. Oh, griddles. That's very nice. We like grill marks. And again, you can do it to taste. So if you didn't want the toast like if you don't like your toast too crunchy, you don't have to toast it that first time though.
Okay, while those sandwiches are getting nice and melty, what do you say we ladle up some soup?
Ah, sounds perfect.
Okay, I'm going to grab some bowls. And would you like me to cut any herbs for you?
Would you? That would be wonderful.
Sure, what would you like here?
I think we should do a little cornucopia.
Okay.
How about a little bit of chive, some beautiful basil, and some cilantro and flat leaf parsley. Let's just have them all represented.
Okay.
Oh, look at that chowder. It looks so good. Look at those colors. I mean, if a kid doesn't like all the good sweetness in this, shame on those
You
kids.
know, and you can also, too, like we said before, how it's a very sort of forgiving and playful recipe in the sense that, you know, you can, while you can use it to, that really looks good. You can use it to get your kids to eat vegetables, you can
Yeah.
also sort of tailor it to their needs, too.
Absolutely.
You
And
know.
get them involved. Let them start cutting and chopping.
That is...
Everybody should do soup.
That is a big key. I think
sure
the
is.
more you allow a child to take ownership in their meal, and you can even let them pick the vegetables,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah. Have fun with it. Snap some peas open. Why not? Now I'm adding to the top of this a little bit of that nice lime zest, and I'm going to add a little squeeze for the finish.
Because you
We'll
really do
have
want to
to-
give peas a chance, right?
I really do. Oh boy. Now just for fun, I'm going to put a little bit of fresh cracked pepper on top, because I don't know about you, but I like a little pepper.
I love a little pepper.
And I reserve the right. You are welcome to add as much salt as you want. But you, like I said, you can't take it away. These are beautiful, beautiful chapinade of herbs.
Thank you.
How pretty is that?
Yeah, that's really going to, like, sort of take it to another level, I think, you know?
Yes, a whole nother level.
Right. I mean, because you're going to get that herbaceousness, and it's really going to make it even fresher than it already is.
Herbaceousness.
Do you like that?
Now that is a farmer's fresh term.
It's a word. Okay. All right. Perfect. So let's get that out of your way.
Okay.
And those sandwiches are looking perfect.
Wonderful. Let's
Yeah.
just scooch. If you
Yeah.
grab one of those, and I'll grab one of those.
Excellent.
And I see we're going to have something very oogie in our very near future.
We like oogie.
I love oogie. So let's see. This had plenty of time to get nice and melty. Oh, look at all that.
That's nice.
That's got my name on it. So like I said, I like to serve it without the crust, but this is usually what I snack on. The guests get the pretty, and I get the best crunchy bits.
Gotcha.
All right, so look at that.
Oh,
Why don't I do that right down the
yeah.
center? Ooh, look at all of that.
Perfect.
You
All
can
right.
see.
I tell you what, we're going to cut into that other sandwich, plate this up, clean up here, and we're going to come back and taste some of this. So don't go away. We will be right back.
Alexa, how do you tell if asparagus is still good?
If it's not moldy or slimy, it's okay to eat.
Enable the new skill from Save the Food on your Amazon Alexa and help fight food waste.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys, preferably somewhere they would never look. Did that go okay? You have to provide an outlet for their creative expression. So good. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey. Ready for the...
Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to Community Cooking. I am in the kitchen today with Chef Ann Apra, and we have a very delicious meal plated up for us.
We do indeed.
We have your corn chowder with your Farmers Market fresh vegetables.
And herbs.
And herbs. And herbs. Can't forget the herbs.
Oh.
And we have our ooey gooey grilled cheese sandwiches that had cheddar cheese, sauteed onions, sort of caramelized onions, avocado, and apple. Grilled apple. So what do you say we
Dig in?
Yeah.
What are you going to taste first?
I'm going with the soup first.
All right,
I really want to taste that soup first.
I do too. Look at all these colors.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so,
nice.
it has to look good to taste good.
It's delicious. Really nice.
You can tell the mushroom stock. It's very
I was just going to say
earthy.
that. It's absolutely coming through.
Ooh.
It's so good.
And the heat from the chili that we left in.
That was half of a chili.
Oh my, I can feel it just from the seeds. Delicious.
That's so nice.
Perfect for a cold day or a warm day.
And you're right. The vegetables have a perfect tooth to them. Nice and crunchy. Just how I like it. I don't want this soup overcooked. You know what I mean? All right.
It's fresh.
Sandwich time.
Now we're talking. This is ooey gooey and messy. Now again, you don't have to caramelize the apple. You could make it crunchy. Oh, look
I
at that.
so love the apple in here.
That's crazy. I like sweet and savory together.
But because you use the Granny Smith, you got like more of a tart, sweet.
Oh my.
The perfect foil for cheese. Perfect. I mean, well, cheese and that, right? I mean, come on.
Oh, it'd be great with brie too. Apple and brie really pair together. Maybe a little fig jam if you want to make it more sweet.
I love that.
Wow.
That is really good sandwich.
It's fun. I'm going to have a bite.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
You know what I want to do?
Oh,
This.
you're an evil genius.
I almost said goodbye. I said, no, I'm doing this first. I'm glad
I
did.
wish they could join us. Oh,
Chef Am, thank you for being here.
It was
Wonderful
my
meal.
pleasure.
Wonderful meal. Promise we'll do this again and
Yes.
not like have like seasons of the show in between our visits.
and another new set. This is
Right.
gorgeous.
Right.
It'd be my pleasure to come back.
Perfect. This just goes to show you we really do cook with some of the best chefs from right here in our own community. On behalf of myself, Chef Ann, the crew, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
If you'd like a copy of the recipes seen on this show, send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Office of Cable and Community Relations. That's 3350 Civic Center Drive, Suite 200, in Torrance, California, 90503. Be sure to note the show number displayed on the screen. And don't forget, you can find all the fresh ingredients used on today's show at the Farmers Market. Visit the one here in Torrance at Wilson Park. That's located at 2200 Crenshaw Boulevard. They're open every Tuesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m., rain or shine. And if you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us at communitycooking@torranceca.gov and check us out online at youtube.com/TorranceCityCable and like us on Facebook at Community Cooking TV.